A man was trapped in a sealed room. Every day, he had to push a stone mill 700 times. Even when his legs shook from exhaustion, he didn't dare stop. Anyone who didn't meet their quota would be eliminated. Even if you completed the task, you couldn't finish last. Otherwise, you'd still be eliminated. And the daily wage was just a sandwich and a bottle of water. The man was furious. He'd come here to interview for a secretary position. Yet somehow he'd been locked up in this place. Suddenly, the screen lit up. The system announced that today he must complete 50 mill rotations. Failure to do so would result in termination. To save his life, the man started pulling the mill. On the first day, the man exceeded his target by 100%. He was rewarded with music. Then the person in the next cell struck up a conversation. The neighbor curiously asked how many rotations earned a reward. When he learned it was 100, he became terrified. He immediately warned the man not to tell anyone else his numbers. Someone might secretly try to outdo him. Everyone here was in competition with each other. On the second day, the man wondered what reward he'd get if he completed an even higher number. So he pulled the mill with all his might. Finally, he broke through his own limits. In 8 hours, he completed 370 rotations. The system announced that tomorrow he would receive a huge reward. The man was so excited he couldn't sleep all night. However, when he received his reward, he discovered it was just a pen. The man was so angry he cursed at the system, but his voice was too loud and the others heard him. They angrily attacked the man. Everyone had been doing just 50 rotations a day. Now because of him, their workload had increased. That night, the man noticed there was a name under the handle. He curiously asked his neighbor about it. Turns out, this person was the only one who'd ever escaped from the prison. Hearing this, the man instantly felt hope. He frantically searched the room for weak spots. Sure enough, he found circular cracks in one wall. So the man used his pen to frantically chip away at the wall. During the day, the man worked hard pulling the mill. At night, he secretly dug the hole. After half a month of effort, he finally broke through. But just as the man barely squeezed out, a guard immediately punched him. When the man woke up, his pen had been confiscated and the hole sealed up. Even his neighbor was punished for leaking information. They broke his legs. The man was in agony. He completely broke down. He stood up and said everyone should unite. If they each did only 50 rotations daily, no one would be punished. The next day, everyone kept their agreement. However, the system suddenly added a new reward. Today's first place finisher could be released immediately. The man frantically warned everyone not to fall for the trick, but all he heard in response was the sound of mills turning. The man angrily denounced the system's exploitation and refused to work the mill for them. The last place finisher would face punishment, donating all organs to the company. Upon hearing this, the man punched the other person to the ground. The next second, he woke up startled in an office. It turned out this had all been part of an interview. Through this experiment, the man's abilities were recognized. He was taken to his own office, but when he called his wife and heard the system's voice, he realized it wasn't over yet.